Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a country named ASU, and its people were from different parts of the world. This country had its trials and tribulations through the centuries, trying to build itself from the ground up. It was not perfect by any stretch of the imagination and had some very dark times within its population. It has experienced growing pains with prejudice against its own people, some of which had never been fully rectified. Although it was a budding democracy with many lessons to learn, it had many leaders through its existence, some good, some bad, and indifferent. But one thing all of its citizens had in common was that it was yearning to escape the grip of a monarchy. It's always been the people of ASU's hope that eventually they would get there, and many strived in their country to make that happen. Of course, you have some that fight and fear change. They believe that it will take what they perceive to be theirs away. Then you have others in this country of ASU that greed and power is why they exist. It's a combination of both these types of citizens that has put ASU in danger of losing what it took centuries to build. While ASU is faced with new obstacles and technologies, the root cause, as ancient as time itself, is power and greed. Several centuries after its independence, the people of the budding democracy realized that one of its questionable elections was not just a mere transfer of power. It was a coup, a hostile takeover of its government in play. This had been planned for years. A takeover which had every intent of making ASU into its own image and not what it's called for in their constitution. For the new people in power do not recognize or respect the constitution or laws of their land. Their only intent is greed and power by any means necessary. These people forget how and why people came to the shores of ASU to begin with. They forget that desperate people came to its shores to be free of tyranny, oppression, and being ruled by a king. ASU has fought many battles and many lives lost to achieve and maintain their freedom. Although ASU is faced with a new threat, a threat will take them back to the reason why people came to their land to begin with. They are faced with the threat of oligarchy, where a few people control the many. ASU has seen its share of governments in which the citizens can agree or not agree on policy, but never has it seen the dismissals of norms and the dismantling of its country's governmental infrastructure. These traitors have tested the boundaries of their power and found at this time, little to no resistance. The people of ASU set forth to remind these traitors of the resolve and actions that free people took in order to gain their freedom, and that the short-sighted oligarchy needs to be reminded that there are a lot more ASU citizens than there are traitors. They remind them that they are not invincible, and the power that they wield is derived from the people of the great country of ASU. ASU citizens can sit all day with a cup of tea, talk strategy, and discuss what is legal and or constitutional in their country. But since these traitors do not respond to the constitutional laws of the land, then ASU must show them by any means necessary. ASU citizens felt compelled to open the traitors' eyes and ears in other ways. The patriots that founded ASU didn't and do not advocate violence as their first choice. But there comes a time where talk is cheap and it will not move the goalposts.